to the last of first series where I start from the pits and see how many cars I could pass. So we're in the top split over 2100 in a Formula V. We're on Oran South, and let's see how many cars I could catch up to and pass. Remember, I'm starting from the pits, so this is about a 21 or 20 second penalty behind first place. They're about half a track ahead now. I'm actually 5, almost 6 seconds behind last place. So first place is about 10 something, 15 seconds ahead of him. So they are way ahead, and this is a short track. So let's see what I could do. I'm going to start putting in some hot laps just to see and catch up as quickly as possible to the back marker, if I could even catch up to them, because they're all in a draft. So that's the other thing, where this is such a short track, and it's a very drafty track where first place is actually pulling the rest of the train. So we can see I'm 3 seconds behind, so I've already gained about 3 seconds on the last position car. And here we're going to first corner. P1, cold tires. And I am right on the edge of grip. That was probably the perfect T1, where my tires are not slipping, but they're right about the slip, right? So now I'm putting in the best laps I possibly can. And that is a cut and a half, and there's no off track too. So I can see them. I think we're about 2 seconds behind, and we're gonna try to catch up and at least get into their draft. And there is a wreck, and holy, dodge one. And oh, what am I gonna dodge another one? Had to hold my breath there. I actually touched his tire. I grazed his tire, and I'm concerned about having car damage here. But fortunately, there is no car damage. I didn't lose too much time, and we've already passed 2 people. So, have my sights set on the next guy. And this is kind of a greasy track, so we'll see what we could do here. Let's see if I could take this turn properly to gain some time on the next guy. And now I'm thinking, honestly, just got to put in the laps, right? Just got to... Oh, I see an accident behind, in front. And this guy barely misses me. And in order to avoid him, I had to go wide. You saw I almost hit the wall there. So now, it's just focusing on this next guy. Dodged 3 people. Almost had 3 wrecks already. And another incident. People are dropping in left and right. And... So, a lot of close calls so far. And remember, this is top split, right? This is the highest it goes right now. So people are dying left and right, and I'm having to dodge them left and right. Those were all very close calls. I say about a foot or less of margin. And this guy is going to be slowing me down, so I'm going to try to pass him as quickly as possible on the inside. Managed to hold it, not that difficult. But because of that, I do have a compromised exit. So I'm thinking here, this might, I might have to go and defend. And I know he's right on my side right now. Unfortunately, he seems to just, I don't know, let me go, but I'll take it. Now we have the remaining people that are in front, and they're all quick. They're all running, I guess, 48s or so. So, you know, the fastest time I've run here is 48.2. They're all running in the 48s. So we're not going to be gaining second after second on the laps. We're only going to be gaining, you know, a tiny fraction on each lap. So it's up to them to screw up, or for me to catch up and do, you know, bit by bit, to get into the draft and kind of shimmy my way back up there. So I can see this guy, we are 1.1 seconds. So I'm barely in his draft. So that's going to help me kind of catch up to the next guys. And there's another incident up ahead, so I've got to watch out for that. All right, so that was fairly decent. Just in that little stretch right there. I don't know if the guys had slowed up or if the draft is just helping me that much, but I'm able to claw my way in much faster now. In fact, if I am in draft, this should probably be a 48.2 lap if we go all the way. Easy. And yeah, you can see how quickly I'm gaining on this guy in one single lap. Oh, and he doesn't want me passing him, so he does an aggressive swerve to the left, but that's okay. I can do that too. I mean, follow you wherever you go. And I passed this guy.
Still there, hold your line.
But I do have a compromised entrance, I guess, onto this. So he's going to be right on me as I come to this next turn. And we'll see if I could kind of hold it. Sometimes you pass a guy and then you got to keep it, right? And I got an off track there, but barely. It's okay. Got our eyes set on the next guy. And now the guy behind me is in my drafts. I'm kind of like glancing in the mirror once in a while, and here he gets really close to me. It's the draft going up that hill is quite strong. So here I have to defend. I have to take a defensive line, which means I'm not catching the guy ahead as quickly as possible. But I see he has enough distance. There's no way he's trying something here, so I go back, take my optimal line, and we are inching closer to the guy up front. But I'm constantly having to do a light defense for the guy behind me. And there I gladly take the off track if I could just go a bit quicker, cut a bit more. This isn't exactly a safety rating race. This is more just the last to first. So one off track here and there is okay. I don't try to be egregious, but you know, just one or two. And once again, what he's doing right now behind me is he normally would get a bad exit because of the way he's turning. He's basically getting a kind of late apex, but because I'm right in front of him in the draft, he kind of makes up for it. So, he swerves, and I get to pass this guy, but making this corner stick is kind of difficult. So instead of lifting here, I just go full steam ahead, and I take the off track anyways. Because if I lift just a bit, the guy behind me is going to pass me. So here, finally, we made this pass, and now we're up to the pack ahead. Let's see what we can do. They are once again far ahead, and I think they're getting drafted from the first place guy, which is running mid 48s or so. Remember, this is top split, so they are, I don't want to say just as fast, but they're fast, right? Like there isn't much of a gap here, especially when I'm having to pass and defend other people. And oh man, they both collide or something happens. I don't know what, but this sparks danger, but also opportunity. So we're gonna see what I could do, and if I could pass any of these guys to capitalize on that moment that they just had. Now, I'm thinking I could pass one, but then the other guy's gonna pass me. Sometimes a group of two. Maybe I could just take advantage and pass them both at the same time. And this guy goes on the inside, fights with the other guy, and they collide, and oh my god, I had to dodge that. So, once again, I had to dodge and take defensive or like maneuvers here, and this guy behind me managed to catch up. So now he's in my draft, and he's kind of caught up, so just because of this wreck. So it allowed me to pass him, but it also, you know, I wasn't able to escape this guy, and now he's kind of permanently in my draft, so he's going to be able to follow me. So we can see first place. First place is running good laps, and he's miles ahead. That's not really my focus right now. Obviously, I'm trying to do the best laps as possible, but I can tell that this guy behind me, he's pushing. He's pushing. I think he was doing, he didn't qualify, so I think he was doing kind of the last and first challenge as well. So we're going to have to keep him at bay here. It's kind of cool. We were able to kind of go through the pack, because I think he was in 6th or something, or 7th, and you know, now we're number 2 and 3. So once again, I'm defending on pretty much each lap, and that's causing me to not be able to really catch up to the guy in front. But you know, we'll see what we could do here. And here, I'm looking at my mirror. I'm like, if I could get one good corner here, maybe I could kind of slip away. Here he's about 0.7 or 0.5. 0.5, yeah, he's 0.5 away. It's still well in the draft, so because of the way he's taking this last corner, I'm probably not going to be able to break it. So even though I'm taking that's actually, I think that was well done. I conserved most of the speed, and he's just able to catch up. Nothing you could do, kind of sitting duck. But because I still had 0.5, I'm not going defensive here just because I know he still can't make a move. And now we just kind of cruise, because at this point I've kind of resigned, thinking probably not going to be catching number one unless he screws up or has an accident or something. So the main thing I have to worry about right now is going to be the guy behind me. And so far he's being patient, hasn't really tried anything, and I don't know what his intentions are, honestly, because I have voice disabled when I'm racing. So if he's telling me something, if he's saying push, 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 I'm not going to attack, and I'm just go for the next, try to catch up to number one, I don't hear it. So sometimes people tell me things, I'm sure, and I just don't know. But here he goes for a move. Okay, cool. So that's actually really useful for me, because I didn't know if he was just going to trail me or not. Now, just because of that feint, which was never going to work anyways, just because of that, now I know he's going to challenge me and he's going to be serious. I'm like, okay, cool. So that's actually really useful, because if you wouldn't have done that, you would have just kept on going till maybe the, before last lap or last lap. I wouldn't have known, and I could have just assumed that he wasn't going to go defensive. And here he hits me. So white flag lap. He hits my back. So he's obviously going as aggressive as possible. He's pushing me. He hits me again here, and I'm like, I'm going to take the inside. And then here he's actually side by side. I'm going straight, and I don't know what the reasoning is, but he decides to kind of back off and go to the right. So he's trying to get a better turn, I guess, a better exit or a better angle into the turn. And here I know I'm going to have to defend. So it's on. I'm hoping he doesn't dive here, but I don't think he can. So here I'm cutting as much as possible. And here I'm in front, right? So this is very clear. The only thing I have to do is defend on the inside, still take a good corner, and I should be okay. So I'm sure take the outside. I'm taking the inside. A confident inside. And then here I pretty much have it. There's nothing you could do unless I run into the wall or he wrecks me. And here we go. So good for him. This was a fun race. Thanks for watching. We're from the pits, last count up to second place, and I'll talk to you soon. Remember to like and subscribe for more.